Stonebwoy, tell us, what do you have up and coming?
Thank you very much. Up and coming stuff on my sleeve is my album coming in. I don't even have a title for it yet. We're looking for the title and we'll find the best title for the album. And also, we're recording lots of songs. What I know is that this album is going to have more of me, and it's amazing that this is like redefining myself as from the roots. Like I found it out to be time before today, because music is dynamic and people have to evolve, and I think time is now that I have to go back into a couple years ago and redefine it for the masses, which is what my next album is going to mostly be made of. But nothing, it's still going to have deep traces of my style, the genres of music that I love to combine, and even more, So that's the newest thing on my plate to come in 2020. We have found a date though, but not the title. So 2020, Jah is King. February, we're going to drop the album. That's going to be my 5th studio album. The last one I dropped was double album, so I count it as a 3rd and a 4th. You feel me? So here we are. And the latest thing on the ground is only 10 days old. Stonebwoy Ololo featuring Tenny Makanaki, Ghana, Nigeria. It's a big song aiming to take over the whole of Christmas. It's a huge song already, getting into the charts and climbing up and joining the Tough Seats and the Sugars and the Bokakers. So you don't know anything. This year, actually, I've only released 3 official singles. So it's all in plan. I dropped Sugar featuring Beanie Man. Mind you, Bokakers from last year. And I dropped Tough Seed, and I'm now dropping Ololo.
Oh, lovely. Good lineup. A Shaman to the world. I was there last year. It was amazing. The whole A Shaman came to support you, and it was one of the biggest concerts ever in Ghana this year. I've heard through the grapevine that it might not be coming on, so there might not be no A Shaman to the world. Can you give us the reason why?
Thank you for asking. This is going to come from the horse's own mouth, and I pray that it goes down well. The reality being that for us to have continued to do it for 4 years running, is a thing that we wish for it to stay, because this is actually more than just music and entertainment. We're only using music and entertainment to create a platform, to create some form of awareness and mount some amount of significance in our community where I come from, which is Shaman. Where I come from the Volta region, but Shaman is where I grew up and everything, went to school and all of that. So I represent for Shaman. And one of the major reasons why it's looking like it might not be a possibility, though it's not written off totally, is because the area is being sold to the Chinese. May I get my facts double right? The area is being sold. Pardon me on the specification, Chinese, but that's what it is. And there's some amount of confusion going on about that area. So first thing first, we'd want to get the proper clear, because you don't know. We could set a date and they might start a project. And so that's what's going on now in Shaman. That's one of the major reasons why I'm contemplating if it's going to happen or not. But even if it doesn't happen this year, definitely next year, election year, gives me a stronger stance to make it happen, because I'll need that to unify the people like I've always done, to make them know, to give a platform to opinion leaders to come and say what they have to say, educate the masses, reveal some truth to them, because eventually we all want to live in peace, live in love, have the beautiful Ghana that we are building, and continue to build it to a point where we're all satisfied with us. So these are just the reasons why, Shaman to the world is forever, but it definitely cannot be done every year. So if it doesn't happen in 2019, don't beat me too much. It's because of reasons beyond my control, and we'll always get better next year.
Okay, so let's move away from that. Your artist, Kevin Boy, it's said that he's no longer under your label. Can I know how and when his contract was terminated?
Per contractual agreement, definitely the contract had long expired, and in the contract there was an option for renewal and continuity. But I mean, as far as we've come, I think the best way forward for even him as a young artist is to not to trigger the option, which has been. So this is not a new thing that should cause alarm, but I understand that the media would have to report it also. So.
Okay. So I'm in the industry and I hear from a few people that Kevin Boy has a bit of an attitude. I don't know how true that is because I'm not in your camp. His incident with Wendy Shea raised a lot of eyebrows. The after interview as well that he granted to other radio stations also created a lot of question marks about him. With regards to attitude-wise, working with Kevin Boy, how easy or how hard was it?
Kelvin Boy, actually, I say, like you said, these are things that people have seen and I have seen as a person as well, especially after the Wendy Shea incidents, where I was the same one who called him to join us on the table or on the lineup, so to throw some more shine on him even. And so I think that, he could work on it better, but it's a gradual process for everybody. And one thing is realizing, and wanting to fix it. Some people will just want to remain as such because they don't even know until the repercussions hit. Then they would probably be able to realize or have a standing point to turn over. But I mean, I'm human. Ghanaians are not blind to a large extent. Just like how you have noticed or people have noticed, I have also noticed.
Okay, moving away from that, your longtime friend, Black City, who managed you didn't tell me by head because I'm in the media, that there were certain funds being diverted. So you were not, it was not, he was not very transparent about deals that you were getting. It reached a time that you kind of figured out this and this is what's happening. And that is part of the reason why you've parted ways as manager and artist. His work was not put in question because he did do his job, but certain transparency he hid from you. How true is that?
I mean, I don't know about the money vibe or all of those ones. I have to be sincere. But I know that there's definitely, as a company, as a working artist, there are definitely structures that have to be put in place as we go and as we grow. And one of these structures is the latest development. Yeah.
And what's the latest development?
The latest development is, as said, him assuming a position of an agent, an independent agent.
Okay.
That is what has been discussed, spoken, and agreed amongst us as brothers and friends.
Lovely. Yeah. I know everyone knows you are the CEO of your label, but in a meeting or a conference, let's say a meeting with KOD and Kewa, they put that question to you: who is the CEO of your record label? Why would they have that idea in their head? Is this something that someone has discussed that they were the CEOs, or that I didn't understand that question?
I mean, I can't really tell, but that's like really an insider thing. And they say walls have ears. So at this point in life as an artist, I don't wonder anymore how information does get out or who said or who doesn't. All I really do care is that if we treat it well and ultimately look for an option or a solution that will make every party very happy. That's what I really care. So the details, we save it for the gods.
So the talented Ovi, is Ovi still signed under your label?
Currently, yes, as it stays.
Okay, so yeah. She won some money from MTN. Who is managing that?
Jano, whatever she won as when she was brought finally to me as to continue working with her, I'm not the accountant of their company, to be honest. I'm the musician and the CEO, so other people's employed. But Black CD was the manager, for her. So I think if you want the details as a media person, it's only fair. I'm not confirming the misuse of funds. I repeat, I'm not confirming that. because it's not fair to. And I will repeat, I'm not confirming the misuse of funds, but if you do want details as to measure up with what you've heard through the grapevine, then I think that if he wishes to speak, then fine. But if he doesn't, cool, because at the end of the day, so many things will be said from how people see things and connect their dots, and it all may not be true, you know. But there's always an iota of truth in every rumor that needs to be cleared. So
Thank you very much, Stonebwoy. Very honorable man. Honest. Thank you.